Minutes ago. Now it's near Doylestown, moving toward the northeast at 35, and there's the circulation on the radar. You can see the reds and the greens next to each other. So definitely there's rotation inside of this particular storm right near Doylestown. Again, if you live in, for example, Western Star, Norton, Barberton, take cover now. There may be a tornado with this storm as it moves on off toward the northeast at 35. It's had a history of producing a tornado, so take cover in those areas as this storm moves through. Now I'm going to send it over to Michael Lowry, who's got our tropical update right now. Michael.
Hey, Greg, thanks. That's right, 53 past. So let's cover what's happening in the Pacific, though, this time. We're watching a few storms, including a new tropical storm, but believe it or not, that's not it. That is actually what remains from what was once a tropical storm, Norbert, or Hurricane Norbert, that brought all of that rainfall into parts of the desert Southwest. But now we're tracking two new systems, Odile, Invest 95E. Odile is a tropical storm, and 95E, pretty good chance that one will become the next tropical storm. If it did, the next name on the list is Polo. Here is the latest information from the Hurricane Center. This, as of the 5 o'clock Eastern Time advisory, still a 40-mile-per-hour storm. It's really getting sheared right now. The winds at the upper levels are blowing in that direction, effectively blowing most of the cloud tops to the southwest of the center. That's sort of some good news right now for Mexico, because it's keeping most of the weather offshore. But that wind shear is expected to sort of relax a little bit, and it would expect the weather and the rainfall to move onshore Mexico later this week. In fact, tropical storm warnings may be issued, or watches could be issued for the coast of Mexico by as early as tonight or tomorrow. Let's talk about where this is going to head, because there could be impacts to the United States, unfortunately, once again, as we move into early next week. It's a little early to say for sure, but this is how the steering pattern's setting up. Right now, there's sort of weak steering. There's a ridge of high pressure, but it's pretty weak to the north of it. So it's going to sit down here for a little bit. Now, once we get into the weekend, sort of two things could happen. Invest 95E, that disturbance over here, if it became a tropical storm, it's going to move off toward the northeast. Might get mixed up with the circulation of Odile, and these two areas of circulation sort of pinwheeling around each other. What this would tend to do is steer this more toward the northwest, effectively slingshotting it off to the northwest and away from Mexico. So that's the good scenario. The scenario that we don't want to see is the second scenario that I'm showing here, which is this upper level low that dives down and doesn't allow that Invest to get better organized and keeps it away from Odile. And in that case, it would basically get steered in between this ridge to the west, or east rather, and the low pressure to the west, and right up into the Baja California Peninsula, perhaps as a strong hurricane. But remember, you in the southwest, this weekend, all of that rainfall, all of that moisture could work its way up into the Gulf of California, and then perhaps up into the interior southwest early part of next week. Still early, but if you're living out there, I just want to give you a heads up on this to keep an eye out on Odile. Here's the latest forecast track from the Hurricane Center. Again, not really moving a whole lot this week, but then by this weekend is going to start moving toward the northwest and strengthen to a 105-mile-per-hour hurricane. This is the 15th named storm out in the Pacific Ocean. If it became a hurricane, it would be the 10th hurricane of the season out there. So a very busy hurricane season out in the eastern Pacific right now. Let's tell you what else is happening right now in the tropics. We have quite a bit of rings on our map today. We have a few areas to watch here in the Pacific, as we just covered, but we are also watching Invest 92L. We're going to talk about this more next hour, because it's very, very close to us here in the United States. And also Invest 91E, or rather L, out here in the eastern Pacific. Dave and Alex, this one more than likely going to turn out to sea. Back to you.
Thank you, Michael Lowry. From the tropics to this, that is now stuff off of webcams at Glacier National Park. Visitors have seen snow today.
And, you know, summer hasn't let up. We've seen wintry scenes from some of the DOT cameras from around the state of Montana as well. A very wintry scene. Get your winter driving tactics back ready to go, because look at that. There's some snow on the side of the road.
So we got that, we got the tropics, and then we've got severe weather. It's 80 degrees in Akron, and a tornado could be heading there.
We've got Kelly and Paul next.
Right.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 76. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 88. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Well, happening right now, severe weather threatening 22 million people. Indianapolis, even Cleveland in the target zone after a violent day of storms in the heartland. The timing and who's at risk for wind damage tonight.
And a developing story, a brand new tropical invest forms very close to Florida, and it's on the move. The impact's in the southeast, and could it become something bigger? From the Weather Channel headquarters in Atlanta, you're watching Weather Center Live.
Hey, check this out. Too much rain turning stairs into waterfalls. This is what it looked like at the University of Nebraska at Omaha after hours of record-breaking rain. Now, 24 hours later, and the flood threat now shifts into areas of the Midwest and even the Great Lakes as well. Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us. I'm Paul Goodlow.
And I'm Kelly Cass. Along with that rain comes the risk of severe weather. Unfortunately, we do have a tornado watch in effect for parts of Indiana, Ohio, and southeastern Michigan. That goes until 9 o'clock Eastern time, and a severe thunderstorm watch west of there down towards Illinois and Missouri. It does include the St. Louis metro, but we begin with a new tornado warning just south of Cleveland, and Storm Tracker Jim Cantori.
Hey guys, yeah, a new tornado warning too that they've issued because the tornado potentially still on the ground near the Barberton area. We've had damage with this tornado, but we have had confirmation of a train spotter saying, hey, I've actually seen a tornado. There's a tornado on the ground, and it continues to move now from Rittman all the way up toward the Barberton area. All right, so here you can see the warning. Akron, you are in this, so please pay attention, especially now that we've got that confirmation with this moving on off toward the northeast. Again, here we are south of Cleveland. Let's go on and talk about where we are going to think this is going to go in time. You can clearly see a hook with this, albeit this little appendage right here. This isn't a very tall storm either. It's about 30,000 feet, but we've got enough change in wind direction within that 30,000 feet to allow this storm to rotate and produce a tornado that's all the way down toward the ground. So here again is about almost where my arrow is where we have this tornado possibly coming right through Barberton. Looks like it's going to make its way up toward 277 north of Coventry and then in toward the Akron area. So keep an eye out here. No question, this is coming your way. Here you can see as we kind of put the whole cone on here, and I may have just wanted to have Sean shift this down to the south a little bit because it looks like Barberton, you know, since we know it's there now, I would make that the center point of the cone and then just kind of put it again on the south side of Akron. So Kenmore, you're in this. Barberton, you're in this. Eventually Cuyahoga Falls as well. And you can see the respective times. So about 16 after Akron, Cuyahoga Falls right there around 23 minutes past the top of the hour as well. All right, so here's the high resolution radar. We just got a new scan. Let's take a look at the rotation on this thing. Normalized, I'm going to move the marker a little bit because we know we've got this this tornado near the Barberton area at the present time. So there's that normalized, all right? The base reflectivity showing us where the tornado is on the edge of the hook, which is where we would expect it to be. And, you know, it looks like if you're in Akron, you're going to get into the rain, maybe some small hail, then maybe a break, and then potentially the tornado. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be able to see that, nor do I want you to go looking for it, but that's just the kind of weather that you may deal with as this heads off toward the northeast and moves your way. So that's what we're looking at with this particular storm. The jet stream, we'll keep an eye on it, obviously, as the new information comes into us. We've got a picture of the funnel now. Let's go ahead and show it up. Go ahead. This is Doylestown. So this is in between Rittman and Barberton, and you can see where we've got a picture of that funnel. There it is. I got it on a monitor right here. You can't really tell that that's to the ground because the corn is in the way, but that definitely looks like a wall cloud. No question about it. And it looks like right in the middle of that where maybe some white tin roofs are, whatnot. It looks like there's some type of appendage or funnel that's heading toward the ground there. So a dangerous storm. We know we've had confirmation from a train spotter, and we know we're watching the storm pull on off to the north and east. Here's a look at the upper level winds. This again, a little bit more jet stream energy today, driving this whole thing to the north. This is helping to produce the snow back and through here. And believe me, it's going to be a big change that you're going to undergo over the Great Lakes over the next 24 hours because all that cold air is coming your way. Here's the cold front extending down just to the northwest of St. Louis, moving through Tulsa, Oklahoma City, a line of showers in through there, but the best tornado parameters are actually up in this region here today, and that's why we've got the tornado watch up in through here. So taking a look at these storms once again, it's off to the west of where we have our tornado, Bowling Green down to Findlay into Lima. Looks like I-75 is going to light up. This is again an area we've been watching for some of these storms. They've tried to rotate at times, especially this southern storm here, but it's just not doing as well, obviously, as a storm that's out on its own and has a little bit more instability to work with, as is the case here with this storm that's to the southwest of Akron. So if you're in Akron, keep an eye out, guys. We do have a storm that's produced a tornado coming your way as we go through the next 10 to 12 minutes. Paul, back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks, Jim. Again, these storms are not done. As they push east, they'll likely impact some of the biggest cities across the eastern seaboard. I'm going to take you through what we expect as we head throughout the day on your Thursday. Again, large area here circled in the orange. That's where you can see some more severe weather here, including Roanoke, D.C., Philadelphia, and even up into New York City as well. Still, the thunderstorms stretch well back towards western Pennsylvania. Let's fly on through here. D.C., again, the storm timing tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow night. So after school activities, your rush hour home, definitely spotty winds, even some hail, heavy downpours of rain, maybe some flash flooding, and also a lot of intense lightning as we slide northward here. Still watching more thunderstorms roll across areas of Pennsylvania and even New Jersey here as well. Philadelphia, again, an afternoon and evening threat here. Damaging winds and hail, heavy downpours, not to mention a lot of lightning as well. Kelly?
We turn our focus now to Florida, where a new tropical disturbance could bring more rain where we really don't need it. Our hurricane specialist Michael Lowry is tracking it from the lab. Hey, Michael.
Hey, Kelly. Hopefully nothing more than just that, a little rain later this week into the weekend. Take a look at this new disturbance. It's got a better spin to it right now on our visible picture. I'm going to take a closer look at it. The circulation is right down in here. You could see the spin earlier. It's now worked its way underneath the tallest thunderstorm tops, the strongest storms, which are just to the northwest, or were to the northwest of it, now over the circulation. So look, you got a circulation spinning over the warmest waters really in the Atlantic right now, and you have convection or thunderstorms that are developing right over it. The other thing that's working in its favor is the outflow on both sides of it, the upper level conditions. It's a small little storm right now, but the upper level conditions giving it a lot of support. Coming up here, Paul and Kelly, in a little bit, I'm going to time this out for you and talk about the odds of this one actually developing into anything more than what it is right now before it gets to Florida. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Michael. Believe it or not, summer snow has struck parts of Canada again.
Yeah, but it isn't just our neighbors to the north that are being affected. We'll show you just how far temperatures will drop for people from Montana to Maryland, and if it's time to search for your winter coat.
All right, watch out, Akron, Ohio. You are included in this tornado warning that is in effect for southwestern Portage, also Summit County. You're in a tornado warning until 5:45 Eastern Time.
You guys are good to go? Let me just get this out of here. Unlike some places, we don't just change your oil. Our oil offer comes with a 4-tire rotation and a 27-point inspection. And everything looked great.
Actually, could you leave those in?
Sure. Want me to run them through the car wash for you, too? No, I can't.
Get our everyday price match guarantee plus a $100 rebate on 4 select tires from your tire experts. Chevy Certified Service.
Lowe's presents how to make your guests think they're at the wrong house.
Wow. Told you we're in the wrong house.
Go. Mom!
Now get up to 25% off all Levelor custom blinds and shades.
How do we get a little fun in the sun for free? I stayed one time.
We stayed another time.
And now we're all staying one night free.
Great endings begin here. Right now, when you book at any of these Choice hotels and take 2 separate trips, you earn 1 night free. Book now at choicehotels.com.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 76. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, thunderstorms developing in the afternoon. High 88. Chance of rain 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
They're back for their biggest season yet. An all-new season of Prospectors, coming in December on the Weather Channel.
Lowe's presents How to Work Out the Triceps.
Wow. Impress your guests. L&B 24-inch vanity, now just $119.
Individual style begins with confidence and the perfect new look for fall. Right now at Men's Warehouse, buy one, get one free on almost everything in the store. Plus, get an extra 50% off clearance. Confidence suits you. Only at Men's Warehouse.
It's easy to buy insurance and forget about it. But the more you learn about your coverage, the more gaps you might find. Like how you thought you were covered for this.
Check it out, Mom.
When you're really only covered for this. Or how you figured you're covered for this when you're actually paying for this.
Danger.
You might be surprised at what's hiding in your coverage. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Call 1-800-FARMERS and see how much you could save.
Am I missing a deadline? Will I get there in time? Am I going too fast? Did I close the garage door? Stay in your lane. I don't think I sent that email. I should make a reservation. I thought it was clear. Okay, brake. I didn't see that coming.
Its instinct to protect leaves you free to drive. Lease the Infiniti Q50 for $339 a month. Visit your local Infiniti retailer.
All right, guys, watching a dangerous situation across north central Ohio. We've had a tornado on the ground moving its way toward the Akron area right now. We want to give you an update. Also, if you're in Cleveland, northeast Ohio, you've been added to the tornado watch as a result of what's going on here with these new storms that are developing. You can see why. This little line of kidney beans, if you will, that are driving off to the northeast. It is the lead storm that's near Akron now, which is the one that has produced the tornado around the Rittman area and has also moved off to the north and east and potentially near Akron. So we've still got a tornado warning out for the Akron area, but you'll notice the watch is on the red side now, so we may not have one on the ground. But let's just take a look at this. Classic little hook echo here. Looks like just to the southwest of the 76 intersection here, which is coming right on up toward the downtown area. It looks like there's no question that the hook is going to go that way. So if you're in downtown Akron, you want to get out of the streets or get people off the streets if you can, if you're watching us, because there's going to be glass flying, there's going to be debris, especially if this thing once again decides to be on the ground, or if it is already. I don't have any confirmation of that, so we may just assume that it's on the ground. Brittain, also Talmadge, Kent, Ravenna, watch out. This is all coming your way with those respective times, but our first concern, obviously, is what's going on in Akron at the present time. Here's the high-resolution radar, so let's take a look at what we see. Obviously, this is a rotating storm. This is what it's showing us here. Air moving toward, air moving away. It's not a super tight couplet. If you go up a little bit in elevation, it gets a little bit tighter, so it wouldn't surprise me if we don't have a tornado on the ground at the immediate moment, but you know what? We very well could too, so that's something we want you to watch. Right in through here, you can see where the best normalized rotation is in that blue. That's been going pretty well with what we've seen in terms of where the tornado is, so we had it again in Pittman, also Doyleston, and up toward Barberton. All these areas, again, have reported a possible tornado on the ground. And there you see, again, where we have the best correlation coefficient, but it doesn't line up with the best normalized rotation. Normally, we'd say this dark blue area is something to be concerned about if it was lined up with the normalized rotation, which it is not. So it's probably raining right now for you in Talmadge, and the rain is starting to come to a close in downtown Akron, but the tornado threat is just on its heels, so it's going to be coming up right in and right after that. So please, again, take cover here. Take this warning serious as this storm continues to pull on off to the northeast at 30 miles per hour. A tornado potentially on the ground near Akron. We'll keep you posted. Any new information, Kelly, we'll come back out to the lab. Back to you.
All right, thanks so much, Jim. We're going to talk about snow up in Calgary in Canada. Is it going to snow in our country? As a matter of fact, we've already been tracking some snow, especially in the higher elevations. Minneapolis, no snow for you, but we are going to see some cooler temperatures. As a matter of fact, on Friday the 12th, we are forecasting just a high temperature of 55 degrees. Or actually, our forecast is 57. The record is 55 as far as it being the coldest high temperature for the date, and that was back in 1974. So certainly flirting with that record low maximum temperature. As you can see right now, we're already grabbing the fleece and the jackets up in Minot and Rapid City. Temperatures currently in the mid to upper 40s. You can see over towards Minneapolis, 51. Not too bad in Chicago. You had nearly 2 inches of rain, by the way, with those thunderstorms that moved on through. 78 degrees. Can you tell where the front is? Yeah, right about in here. Out ahead of it, you still have the warm, humid conditions. Temperatures in the mid 80s in St. Louis, and that's why we're concerned about severe weather for you guys. You're in a severe thunderstorm watch. So here comes the much cooler air coming down from the north, even parts of the southeast. You're going to be feeling it as well, as far as humidity finally going down. That's going to feel pretty good. And temperatures the next few days, especially here in the Midwest, will be anywhere from 5 to even 25 degrees below average. Paul?
Well, from that cool down to the tropics, we're at the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season, and we have a brand new invest we're going to talk about. We're also watching what is slowly moving towards Florida. It could bring some tropical moisture to the Sunshine State for the weekend.
You don't compromise, and you're never willing to settle. So why are you wearing glasses with just any Progressive lenses? See the difference with Verilux, the only Progressive lens brand with lenses designed using wave technology. Enjoy smooth transitions and sharp vision at any distance. See your eye care professional about Verilux, the #1 Progressive lens brand. Ask for Verilux. Never compromise your vision.
Now save $30 on Verilux when you combine with Crizal and Transitions lenses.
Ask your eye care professional about Transitions signature lenses.
Okay, here's the plan. You're gonna want to turn right
in 0.2 miles.
Good. Watch the lane.
And we have this really great view.
Got a car in our blinds.
And we learned how to salsa dance. He was dancing.
Backseat drivers just met their match. Introducing the entirely new Sonata Sport.
You forgot to turn off the...
From Hyundai.
California is known for its grapes, and so is my family. Our grapes ripen on the vine where the flavor's fully developed to bring the best quality fruit to your table. That's why we work with Walmart, so you get the freshest grapes available, backed by their 100% money-back guarantee.
From residential to commercial, from large loss to emergency response. Whenever damage strikes, call on the cleanup team that's faster to any size disaster at 1-800-SERVE-PRO, like it never even happened.
Boston Market has food that makes you feel good, starting at $5.99, with salads and sandwiches, market bowls, and your favorite meals, all featuring our signature rotisserie chicken. Come to Boston Market today, where good food meets fresh thinking.
Lowe's presents how to install a new washing machine with one finger.
Maybe a little more that way.
Nice.
Now get 10% off all major appliances, $3.99 and above.
Now you can design your own custom sofa and get it in just 3 days with iSofa at Rooms To Go. Just choose your style from our great selection of modern sofas. Then choose your ideal color, pick your perfect pillows, and buy it online instantly. Or check it out at a Rooms To Go store. The iSofa at Rooms To Go, starting at just $5.99. We make it easy. You make it your own.
Have you suddenly noticed bags, wrinkles, or dark circles under your eyes? Make a sudden change in mere minutes. Sudden Change Under Eye Serum with skin-firming ingredients smooths it all away. Make a sudden change in mere minutes.
When muscle aches or arthritis pain grip you, break the grip with odor-free Aspercream. Maximum strength medicine clinically proven to relieve muscle and joint pain fast with no odor, so all you notice is relief. Aspercream. Break the grip of pain.
5 screenings for $149. Call now at 800-393-7147.
They're back for their biggest season yet. An all-new season of Prospectors, coming in December on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 87 degrees, under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 76. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, thunderstorms, high 87. Chance of rain, 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Lit up with tornado warnings, and we want to bring you some updates on this with Dr. Greg Forbes. As we talk, first of all, we're going to show you all the warnings that we have out there, and then pretty much take them one at a time. You can see we've got one up around Ashtabula. This is the storm that just came through Canton. It looks like the hook is just now north of the downtown area, and then another storm to the southwest of that, which has gone tornado as well. So let's go up to this first cell here and zoom in on this one and time it out for you and let you know where it's going to go. Again, you can see it just kind of moved up out of Chester, started to rotate here, and the warning came out. Ashtabula and Lake County are the counties that are under the warning. Ashtabula, Geneva, and points northeast are under that as well. So the street level mapping shows just north of Madison Avenue is where we have the hook right now, and it looks like it's going to travel almost parallel to the North Perry, the Highway 20 area up toward North Perry. Let's put the high resolution radar in here, and we'll talk about this one and get Dr. Forbes' take on where we think it is going to go. So again, watch out around Lane, 521, 532 North Madison, Geneva, about 538. Advancing ahead here to the high-resolution radar.
Yeah, here's the high-resolution radar. So it is showing that this is definitely a low-top supercell thunderstorm. It has a spiral coming in this way, another spiral coming in this way. So typically in that kind of a case, the tornado would be right in here and is heading off toward the northeast, toward the Perry area. If I clear that off there and show the storm relative velocities on this, there is some rotation here. Green's going westbound, red's going eastbound, so that is the area that we're looking at, the tornado vortex signature right where the red and green touch.
So Perry, this is coming up your way. It looks like it's paralleling Highway 20.
In the normalized rotation kind of thing, it's all showing up in the blue level, the lowest level, with that area that I pointed out being part of it and some of the other areas being over along the edge of the storm. Correlation coefficients, nothing, no blue spots in there that are indicating that we have any tornado damage that has occurred thus far.
All right, let's go down the road, Sean, to the next storm. This is the one that's already produced a tornado, according to train spotters, around the Rittman area, and it's moving north and east of Akron now. So Portage, Summit counties, you're the ones that are under the warning in terms of the counties. But here it is, as we talked about earlier, around Talmadge, just to the west of Talmadge. There's, again, the hook, and it's going to continue to move to the north, just to the south of Falls Avenue. Pretty much move right up, again, parallel between Talmadge and Kent. Again, right now, as of late, we do not have any word that this thing has produced a tornado since the Barberton area back in through here. So hopefully it stays that way as it moves through a pretty highly populated area. Cuyahoga Falls, Stowe, Kent, and Shalersville still. You are all in the line of this potential hook. Let's go to the high-resolution radar. Get Dr. Forbes' take on this one.
And it's pretty close to the Cuyahoga Falls area right now, Jim. This one even a better low-top supercell. They're only about 25,000 feet tall, so that could be the saving grace here that we're not getting a widespread or long-lived tornadoes out of this. The inflow would come in here, the rotation at mid-levels of the storm wrapping around like that. This is the area right about here. If I go to the storm relative velocities, you can see that there is that area, but there's a whole elongated area here. That's likely to be kind of a gust front that is coming out with the inflow air that's coming in like that, and then some of this rain-cooled air that is pushing like that. So this area, I'll take a look at the normalized rotation of that when we quantify things, and it too is showing this area, but it's all again sort of in this lowest level of rotation. We don't have any greens or yellows or reds there to indicate very strong rotation. And again, I'll circle this, and at the moment, take a look at the correlation coefficient. Again, we would, if we had a tornado with debris in progress, we would see a blue hole in here, and we're not seeing that. So that's certainly a good thing, Jim.
All right, Sean, moving on. Let's go to the next storm now. Akron, we want to let you know that you're actually out of the first tornado warning. We'll see what happens with this second one. More than likely, it'll slide off to your south and east. But Stark, Wayne counties, watch out around Jackson Lake and Massillon. This is all coming your way. Not as impressive a looking storm, at least from a reflectivity standpoint, but it looks like it's just about to cross over Highway 30 here and push on off to the northeast. So if you're out in the Dalton area, again, this intersection between Highway 30 and Road 94, this is pretty much what's coming your way out of the southwest. Let's go to the high-resolution radar and get Dr. Forbes' take on this one.
And the interesting thing on this one is that the strongest rotation is not right up in the main edge of the hook area. It seems to be down in here. And how do I know that? Well, we have velocities on the Doppler radar. Well, I'll go back one time frame and we'll see it. Maybe, if we can go backwards. Well, at any rate, we're about to run out of time. The normalized rotation is showing that spot right in there. So it's in the area that is off to the southwest of Dalton, heading toward Dalton.
All right, heading off to the northeast. Guys, we'll keep you posted on all of this, again, as these storms break out. Rotating, but we have had some tornadoes already on the ground, according to train spotters. If we get more, we'll obviously break into what we're doing. Stick around. Much more to come on Weather Center.
In case of an emergency, I can always use my Lifeline cell phone to call for help.
SafeLink, the free phone program, free cell, free text, and free minutes is your connection to safety. If you qualify for programs such as SNAP, you are eligible for 250 free minutes and 1,000 free texts each month. Plus, new customers apply now and get 500 minutes for the first 3 months.
With SafeLink, my family can feel secure when I am alone.
Call 1-800-SafeLink or visit safelink.com.
It figures. On your busiest day, you see the gray. Try Root Touch-Up by Nice and Easy. Just brush our permanent color matching cream right where you need it. Then rinse. In 10 minutes, zap those grays and get on with your day. Nice and Easy Root Touch-Up.
The 6-cylinder, 8-speed Lexus GS with more standard horsepower than any of its German competitors. This is a wake-up call.
What Duluth Trading Wild Boar Mocks feel like. What Duluth Trading Wild Boar Mocks grip like. Duluth Wild Boar Mocks with no slip grip. Comfy like a fuzzy bunny. Grippy like a big bad boar. Get a pair. Only at DuluthTrading.com.
Defiance is in our bones. Defiance never grows old. Citracal Maximum, easily absorbed calcium plus D. Beauty is bone deep.
This time of year, you just need some fertilizer with weed control and a spreader to distribute it evenly. It's not rocket horticulture.
Oh, thank you. It's not rocket grilling either, right, guys?
Getting help at Ace is like going to your neighbor.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Some people think vegetables are boring. But with Green Giant's delicious seasonings and blends, we just may change their minds.
Ho, ho, ho. Green Giant.
Can you start tomorrow? Yes, sir. All right.
Let's share the news tomorrow. Today we're fairly busy. Tomorrow we're booked solid. We close on the house tomorrow.
want one of these opened up because tomorrow we go live, everybody.
It's a day full of promise. And often, that day arrives by train.
Big day today? Even bigger one tomorrow.
When CSX trains move forward, so does the rest of the economy. CSX, how tomorrow moves.
Currently in our area, 87 degrees, under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 76. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, thunderstorms, high 87. Chance of rain, 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
They're back for their biggest season yet. An all-new season of Prospectors, coming in December on the Weather Channel.
Welcome back to Weather Center Live. You are looking at a dangerous-looking storm near Akron, Ohio. We are following active tornado warnings right now here on Weather Center Live. We're so glad you could join us today. I'm Kelly Cass alongside Paul Goodlow.
Yeah, and right now we are still watching a tornado watch across a good chunk of the Midwest. It's active now from central Indiana all the way into northwestern Ohio. It's in effect until 9 o'clock local time, and then to the west of there, we have a severe thunderstorm watch in Indiana, Illinois, and Missouri. That goes until 9 o'clock tonight.
Let's go back out to the lab now for expert analysis you'll only see here on the Weather Channel. Jim Cantori and severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes.
Yes, he is currently updating the radar right now to get the latest resolution. Some good news, they've canceled the tornado warning for Ashtabula and Lake County, so now we will deal with 2 of these, but it is the second one, so you can see this is gone now.
Yeah, I think it moved up to move offshore onto the lake, I think.
Yeah, exactly. So we're still watching this line here. I don't even have the right thing. So we're still watching this line here south of and east of Cleveland. And these storms, again, these little kind of sideways kidney beans, Dr. Forbes.
Yeah.
Even though they're small, 30,000 feet or less, they're rotating.
Yeah, they are. It just has to have just enough low-level updraft to tap the low-level shear. The low-level shear is high today. The low-level updraft and the intensity of the storms is low, and instability overall is not great. So they're like 25,000 feet tall, less than half of what some of the storms we were watching last night, for example.
Oh, not big, but packing a punch here.
Yep,
and this is the storm again that developed or started all the way down, believe it or not, toward Worcester, which is where the second tornado warning is moved through Rittman and now to the north and east of Akron and is way up here to the west of Rootstown. And you can see that right now. We've got a picture for you out of the Akron area of what looks to be like a wall cloud. Let's see. Look at it right here for me.
Yeah, a little low-hanging wall cloud there right in the middle of the picture, and then probably all the rain coming right down to the ground where you see the clouds and the darkness coming
and that's
right
what we
down
talked
to the
about.
ground.
We can see that on the cell. So the rain shaft is off to the northeast. We saw that happening. Then there was a break, and then boom, there's that wall cloud, very, very apparent. Much like you'd find with a big Midwest supercell.
Yeah, exactly, except it's just, this is what we call a mini supercell or a low-top supercell. This one has lots of spirals. You can see 3 arms coming in here, then the hook echo wraps around, and then there's its own gust front. So the gust front wind is coming out like that. The rain-cooled air, the warm air is coming into here. The big body of the storm where the rain's all the way to the ground is right in here, but we're seeing that lowering of the wall cloud right about in that location.
So, and we should tell everybody, that is the same storm. You're looking at the storm on radar now. We just showed you a picture of here. So if you're living, what we've done here is kind of time out this hook area here. You're going to get the rain first. first, as you saw from that picture, but Earlsville, Sugar Bush Knolls, Mantua, all these areas are going to get potentially this hook by the respective times there. So let's go to the high-resolution radar, and we will let Dr. Forbes analyze this for us once again.
And again, here's that gust front I was talking about, the inflow coming in right in here, and then the main body of the storm with the band coming around. So it's going to be an area generally right about in here that's going to have that tornado threat. Let me take some of the noise off of there, and we'll go to the storm relative velocities. And there, this is what you can see there: the reds going southbound and eastbound, the greens coming northwestbound. So it's right in this interface, right about in there, where you'll be having the tornado. It's not an extremely strong rotation. We've been showing these normalized rotations. It's in the blue stage. It could go higher, green, yellow, reds, and whites.
And so why are they elongated like that?
Well, it's probably elongated like that because it's along the gust front. Yeah, the rain-cooled air wrapping like that, and then the inflow coming like that. So it's in that shear, and you can get little brief spin-ups, and sometimes they don't even have to be totally brief either from these kind of storms. But that said, the threat is in a corridor like this, and as we just showed you, coming up toward areas like Sugar Bush Knolls and from Kent northbound.
All right, let's go to the next storm. We've got, again, the Stowe. In the Stowe area, actually, we do have a tornado now reported in the Stowe area from a train spotter near the intersection of Graham and Newcomer, just east of Stowe. So, Forbes, you were just showing that on high-resolution radar, and that's pretty much exactly where we are. Monroe Falls High School, there is a damaged roof of a home that's also been reported with that. So, this storm, again, cycling. It's already produced a tornado when it was southwest of Akron. It is now producing another tornado to the north and east of Akron, up around the Stowe area. All right, let's go down to the south and west, because there's another storm that we're going to watch for you. This is the one that's now moved north of Dalton up toward Lawrence. This is all going to be east of where we had the earlier tornado warning. So there's Chippewa. This is where that other storm in Akron got started. So now we're off to the south and east of you. The storm, at least the hook part of this, came across from Dalton and is now heading up toward Orville Street and 93. So if you're up in here, south of the city of Lawrence, this is coming your way also just southeast of Lawrence on Highway 21. It looks like it'll eventually cross over there as well. At this point, though, there has not been a tornado reported with this storm. Here's areas we need to watch: Urban Hill, Lawrence, Comet, Altman, and Myersville for your respective times. Let's go to the high-resolution radar first. We'll let Dr. Forbes get set up. Let's take a look at a new picture here. This is out of where? Akron. So this is the Akron area. Again, when the storm pushed on through, it looks like certainly a lowering there. I can't tell if it's on the ground.
Picture, there could be a tornado coming out of that wall cloud, that rotating portion.
And we've seen that from these pictures all the way from Rittman northeast, and there's that area near Doylestown. Now that's southwest of Akron. That's when we knew there was a tornado on the ground.
Yeah, definitely a wall cloud there, and maybe right in the middle of that low-hanging wall cloud, a tornado. Yeah, I think right in between the two barn stretches there might be a tornado in there.
All right, let's take a look at this storm again. Guys, the storm we're analyzing for you is the one that is south of the new storm. It's producing a tornado near Stowe.
Yeah, and
so Greg's taking a look at this one.
This one is off to the north and west of Massillon and north and east of Dalton. This one looks to me like it may have gusted out a little bit. You see this line that is going northwest southeast, the warm inflow, and there it's just updated. So we're getting a situation here that it's likely to have its largest shear right in there. That could sometimes get concentrated into tornadoes. The velocity hasn't updated yet. It's back where I had drawn the gust front in the previous one. Normalized rotation, still back on that earlier scan, is again in this blue level. So it's weak. Certainly you can get tornadoes in this kind of thing, but nothing to indicate we have massive kind of tornado that's ongoing here.
Let's go back up to the Stowe, as long as we got this up, Greg. Let's go back up to the storm that's near Stowe and just take a look at that, because we knew we've got a new scan in since then. That's going to be that storm right there. And this is the storm, again, as we mentioned, that's just pushed northeast of Akron. We've been showing you the pictures of a wall cloud. We've also showed you pictures of what appears to be certainly a tornado on the ground there. And there's the Stowe area.
There's Stowe, so we've headed up toward the north and east. Maybe a little bit of a signature on this one like the last one. The gust front may have come out like this, but there's still some of this broad rotation in the storm where all these bands converge. So sometimes you can get still existing tornadoes back in that mesocyclone, as we would call it. That's where the wall cloud would be. Let's have a look at the velocities.
That little blue that came up there, this little symbol right here, is where the tornado was reported. So it was north of downtown, and so more than likely, it's going to be pretty close to that area.
Right now, the best tornado vortex signature is right here in this red and green couplet, and that would be heading off toward the Sugar Bush Knolls area. Let's go back to the normal way that we look at this, and that is sort of right on the south edge of that, what I was calling the mesocyclone or that wall cloud area. So that's a pretty common location for that, right about there. Let's see the normalized rotation. It's still, though, pretty much in this lowest of the potential tornado kind of threshold of intensity. So
let's see if there's a correlation coefficient, Greg.
Yeah, we could
left
check
over that, and then we may want to even go back a scan or two to see if that the fact that we had a tornado back there shows up near where the symbol.
What you see here definitely is lower. It's in the yellows. It's not in these lavenders. But let's go back, as Jim says.
So this could be over potentially a cornfield. It may not be big debris. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it's. Yeah, not kicking up a lot of debris. Maybe it's over a grass field. The grass does not get pulled up out of the meadows. You don't pull very much up that way.
All right, guys. Again, a tornado on the ground earlier, just a few minutes ago, near the Stowe area, pushing northeast towards Sugarbush Knolls. Take cover, please. We'll be right back.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 76. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, thunderstorms, high 87. Chance of rain, 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
For awesome, Totino's Pizza Rolls get you there in just 60 seconds.
Make your Halloween come to life. Twizzler has your tricks and treats with Twizzlers. The twist you can't resist.
Claritin D presents 2 allergy sufferers. One tried Nasacort, which could take up to a week to feel maximum nasal symptom relief. The other took Claritin D, which starts to work on allergies in 30 minutes. The moral, nothing works faster than Claritin D.
True Blend has the perfect blend for each of us.
CoverGirl Pink, blend of Rockstar and Mama Bear. Her True Blend?
Light 4, it blends in, doesn't build up for a flawless nude look.
Find your True Blend at Easy Breezy Beautiful CoverGirl.
Our pets take care of us in so many ways. At Petco, we do what we can to return the favor with choices like Natural Balance, Ultra Whole Body Health, a gluten-free diet that also supports brain health. Because true companions always look out for each other. Petco.
Listen up, Thunder Dragons. It's time to get a hotel.
Hey, Razor, check this out. We can save big with Priceline Express deals.
You know what, man? These guys ain't no dragons.
They're cool. These deals are legit.
Hey, we're cool.
She's cool. We're cool.
You smell the cheese in the air? I do. I thought there was a lot of cheese on the Cheesy Pub chicken sandwich, but you clearly went all out here.
Well, 'tis the cheesin', my friend. If not now, then when?
Yeah, well, maybe never, but...
In case I haven't already said it, Cheesin's greetings.
You said it 3 times already, but thank you. I'll take it again, yes.
Okay, gotcha. Doesn't get cheddar than this.
Cheese it up with the Cheesy Pub chicken sandwich and save room for creamy cheesecake bites. This is how you Sonic.
Cooper engineers its tires not just for performance, but real life performance. So before you get in, get going. Get gone. You need to get a tire that gets you, because life's a road trip. Come on, let's go. Buy 4 qualifying Cooper tires and get up to a $70 prepaid card by mail. See retailer for details.
Under the roof of a home or business, damage can happen. When it does, turn to the specialists who put help in the palm of your hand. The Ready App and emergency response plans from 1-800-SERVPRO, like it never even happened.
Individual style begins with confidence and the perfect new look for fall. Right now at Men's Warehouse, buy one, get one free on almost everything in the store. Plus, get an extra 50% off clearance. Confidence suits you. Only at Men's Warehouse.
It's the Barbarian Queen.
Wait.
Does she have special powers when she has the shroud?
No. Guys.
It's the woven one. It's the woven one.
Oh, that gives her invincibility. Guys.
No.
Oh, the Scarlet King is Lord Victor's son. No, don't. I told you. You guys are going to be so surprised when you watch the finale.
You're so lucky your car has Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I am.
Equinox from Chevrolet, the first and only car company to bring built-in 4G LTE Wi-Fi to cars, trucks, and crossovers.
Lowe's presents how to make your guests think they're at the wrong house.
Told you we're in the wrong house.
Go.
Mom!
Now get up to 25% off all Levelor custom blinds and shades.
On my journey across America, I've learned that when you ask someone in Texas if they want big savings on car insurance, it's a bit like asking if they want a big hat. Excuse me. Or a big steak. Or big hair. I think we have our answer.
If I could separate what's real from what happened, live fight another day.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
All right, guys, you're looking at Kent State here in Kent, Ohio, where students are seen there taking cover as a result of the tornado warning, which was posted there. And a tornado, believe it or not, that touched down about 4 miles to the northwest, just to the north of downtown Stowe. So we are watching tornadoes this evening breaking out in Cleveland. As a matter of fact, it's been an interesting hour because we were not in a tornado watch up and through here. So we've seen an extension of that tornado watch. There you see one cell pushing north up toward Ashtabula and thank goodness weakening. So we're really watching a couple of storms right now. Supercells. Low-top supercells. They're not very tall at all. Last night, Dr. Forbes and I were tracking 60,000-plus foot tops. Now we're tracking something that's 30,000 foot. But it doesn't really matter about the size because the storms, regardless of the size, if they can tap in to the low-level helicity or spin that's in the atmosphere, you're going to be able to produce a tornado, and that's what's happened here. So Geauga, Portage, and Trumbull counties, you are under the latest tornado warning here. Let's go ahead and check this out. Again, this storm is north of Kent now. Kent is right here. That's where Kent State was. So the storm is not affecting Kent at the present time. You may be in the new tornado warning, though. I'll check that in a moment. Clearly seeing a hook right in through here. This is our street level mapping. It looks like this hook is going to come across Infirmary Road up toward Shalersville. It's going to come right into the downtown area, very, very close to that, or maybe just south of town. So take cover. This is the storm that's already had a history of producing tornadoes in Rittman, in Barberton, Doylestown. Thank goodness it missed Akron, but Stowe as well had this just to the north of the downtown area, and now it's pushing on to the north and east. So here are your respective times that you will deal with that storm as it pushes on off toward the northeast. All right, guys, we will keep you posted on this, as well as the next storm. Again, Akron back in a tornado warning with the storm down to the south of you. So don't think that you're out of the woods completely yet. Paul will keep you posted on these should we get another tornado on the ground. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Jim. Well, time now for our top 5 videos of the day. And the number 5 video will take us across the plains and Midwest where you had some severe weather yesterday.
Yeah, it hit hard, especially here in Plattsmouth, Nebraska. We had several vehicles that were stranded. Almost 500 residents lost power due to the severe weather that moved on through. And look at the wake set out by that car right there. This is about 20 miles south of Omaha, by the way.
Yeah, amazing the cars got through that. Yeah. Way too much water there. All right, to number 4, and check out this. It's a supercell thunderstorm near Watkins, Missouri. And again, this was taken just before a tornado warning was issued.
Yeah, you can actually see it's rotating there. I think this was sped up a little bit just to kind of show you the structure of the storm as it moved on through. Look how blue the sky is behind it, though, too. That's pretty cool.
Eerie blue there, yeah. But still, this is the whole mothership, kind of the mesocyclone rotating there. Pretty awesome sight here. It's part of the beauty of Mother Nature. Then, again, we still could see some damage with those storms as well.
Number 3, thunderstorms wreaking havoc on Omaha sewer systems as it touched several inches of rain. Look at that. Yeah, you can see the sewer cover at times nearly blown off and stairwells turned into waterfalls.
I'm trying to say Omaha. I want to say Omaha, Omaha. Number 2 we go, and yeah, check out this. A lot of lightning here all across Missouri. This is in northwest Missouri. This is in Atchison County as thunderstorms roll through. Wow, and lightning pretty much everywhere with that. Plenty of heavy rain and flooding was an ongoing concern last night.
Our number 1 video of the day today, we highlighted it for you so you can kind of see what's going on here. You can see that vehicle stuck out in the floodwaters. This is Moapa, Nevada. A construction worker attempts to rescue. Everyone, thankfully, is okay before that van actually gets sucked down. And everyone, I can't believe everybody made it out of that.
Well, I know, because someone actually just went into the water. Wow. That is incredible. In fact, because of the flood here, there's about a 50-mile stretch, there goes the car, of Interstate 15 that is shut down now because it has to be repaired. It was ripped up by the power of all this flood water.
Yeah, very, very bad day across the Southwest. Things are a little bit better out there today, thankfully. You can upload your video anytime at weather.com/photos.
Hey, stick around. We're still tracking severe weather and the tropics. It's all next for you.
No matter where you want to be or what you want to do, chances are we're already there. 12 brands, more hotels than anyone else in the world. Like Super 8, where every destination is super. For a chance to win $1 million, visit WyndhamRewards.com.
California is known for its grapes, and so is my family. Our grapes ripen on the vine where the flavor's fully developed to bring the best quality fruit to your table. That's why we work with Walmart, so you get the freshest grapes available, backed by their 100% money-back guarantee.
Are we still on for tomorrow?
Tomorrow is full of promise.
We can come back tomorrow.
And we promise to keep it that way. CSX, how tomorrow moves.
What a day.
Can't wait till tomorrow.
I'm Creek Stewart, Weather Channel survival expert. Every Sunday night, we're taking 3 regular guys deep into the woods.
Are you serious?
Where we'll teach them not just to survive,
make fire,
but how to truly live.
Look at this caveman. Show yourself what you're made of on Weather Channel Survival Sundays. At 9, it's So You Think You'd Survive. Then at 10, Fat Guys in the Woods. Every Sunday night on the Weather Channel. Are you ready?
Off the couch, into the weather.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 76. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, thunderstorms, high 87. Chance of rain, 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about your insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that taking pictures of your belongings helps when you have a claim? Or that Farmers offers a policy that'll replace your car with a new one if it's totaled within the first 2 model years? And that parking near a street lamp deters thieves. The more you know, the better you can plan for what's ahead. Talk to Farmers and get smarter about your insurance.
We are Farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Call 1-800-FARMERS and see how much you could save.
Brought to you by Farmers. Get smarter at farmers.com.
Ours is a world of passengers. The red eyes.
I'm really tired.
The transfers.
Well, that's kid number 3.
The co-pilots. All sitting, trusting, waiting for a safe arrival. Introducing the all-new Subaru Legacy, designed to help the driver and you care for the passenger in them. The Subaru Legacy. It's not just a sedan, it's a Subaru.
At CVS Health, we took a deep breath and made the decision to quit selling cigarettes in our CVS pharmacies. Now we invite smokers to quit too with our comprehensive program. We just want to help everyone, everywhere, breathe a little easier. Introducing CVS Health, because health is everything.
Boston Market has food that makes you feel good, starting at $5.99, with salads and sandwiches, market bowls, and your favorite meals, all featuring our signature rotisserie chicken. Come to Boston Market today, where good food meets fresh thinking.
All the goodness of milk, all the deliciousness of Hershey's syrup. Squeeze, stir, share.
Lowe's presents How to Work Out the Triceps.
Wow.
The world you've been waiting for is here. Come and live it. Amazing memories are within reach at a Universal Orlando Resort Hotel. Universal Orlando Resort. Vacation like you mean it.
How does an investment manager stand the test of time? By taking a long view through all market cycles and keeping a close eye on risk. It's made Franklin Templeton a leader in equity investing for over 60 years. Gain from our perspective.
For diarrhea, you take Kaopectate. But for heartburn, gas, indigestion, upset stomach, or nausea, you also take Kaopectate. Kaopectate caplets, like our liquid, relieve diarrhea and soothe your stomach for relief of all those symptoms. Kaopectate, one and done.
We're in your community now. Call 800-750-6929 today.
Only the Weather Channel drops you into nature's deadliest predicaments and asks, so you think you'd survive? Oh my God! Sunday nights at 9 on the Weather Channel.
All right, we watched the storm produce a tornado now for potentially several locations, from Rittman all the way up to Streetsboro, the latest tornado reported. Let's get into this here. You can see it. Debris observed by a spotter here to the northeast of State Road 303. And now, yeah, that's the same warning in through there. And there's been, again, a tornado reported on the ground, just about ready to move into Shalersville. Here you can see the storm here. Watch out again in Shalersville, up eventually toward 82, just to the southeast of Mantua, and eventually up toward Nelson. But let's get into this a little bit here as we show you some of these towns. Hiram about 601, Parkman about 611, Farmington about 620, and there you can see the high resolution radar. There's the report of the tornado now, and let's get into the update with Dr. Greg Forrest.
And this is in portions of Geauga, Portage, and Trumbull counties. The tornado report there, the indication is that the little gust front has pushed out to here, so probably now the tornado is going to be pretty close to this, but sometimes you can get some tornadoes back behind in the edge of the rotation. Let's take a look at the most current rotation, and that is showing a bit of a broad rotation with the greens going this way, a broad rotation right about there. If we normalize that, we get again sort of this lowest level, but if we went back one time step, we had a stronger rotation
right about there,
right about where the tornado symbol was, and we do have some correlation coefficient in the vicinity. Now, whether that's actually from the tornado or from strong winds on the flank of the tornado, but we do have a little bit of a lowering there of the correlation coefficient. That's what sometimes we use as a debris signature.
So that's what it looked like when it was back there producing the tornado. So a much more definable hook with this as opposed to the way it looks now. But we've seen this, Greg. It's been cycling, right?
It's a low-top storm. It has been cycling, and it has gusted out at the moment. There still could be tornadoes back in there. Once in a while, with a broad rotation, there could be a tornado also in there in this kind of a situation. So you need to be. That's why the warning area is bigger than the individual little circulation center.
So now that we know that this is cycling, watch out around Hiram and Garrettsville, because it may not be producing a tornado on the ground right now, but it may cycle quickly enough to impact you very, very soon. So we had debris reported with this storm, and we've had some damage to homes of people's roofs. As a matter of fact, let's show you the damage at Stowe. This is, as we reported earlier, of the roof of a home which was damaged, and there you can see that damage right there on the apex of the roof. Definitely looks like it took a little bit of a whack there as this storm moved on through.
And this is the storm that came across the west and north sides of Akron as it continued off to the north and east.
All right, and this is the main supercell we've been watching here this afternoon. All right, let's get an idea on the tropics and if we have anything that may ruin our weekends here in Florida. Michael Lowry with the latest on that. Michael?
Hey, Jim, thanks. That's right. We got to update you on this system over here that's spinning just off the coast of Florida.
A hurricane hunter plane will be going out there tomorrow to investigate whether or not we have a tropical depression or maybe even a tropical storm. Right now, it's a very small system. We can zoom down on it and see where that area of spin is. It was over here earlier. It's sort of tucked away underneath where those tallest thunderstorms are, the strongest thunderstorms. A few things that are going on right now at the upper levels of the atmosphere. Notice the winds, they're not really moving all that much in either direction. So pretty light winds at the upper levels, which is helping to support those thunderstorms as they grow up. And the pressures, though, have been pretty high in this area. That's why the Hurricane Center only indicating a sort of low to modest chance that this will develop. Right now, though, it's underneath these strong winds to the north. They're getting northeasterly winds here above it, but because it's so small, it's sort of protected, at least for the time being. Those winds are going to come down on it tomorrow. So I do think the window for this is a pretty small window for it to develop, though. All of this weather will be moving toward Florida, toward warmer waters as well over the Bahamas here. I'll show you the development cone. 5 days, it'll be moving over Florida, bringing some increased rainfall there Thursday, Friday into Saturday, clearing out by Saturday, and then this whole area will be getting into the Gulf of Mexico this weekend. Paul and Kelly, back to you.
Michael, thank you so much. We'll continue to track dangerous storms in Ohio. We've already had reports of tornadoes there.
In fact, our storm tracker Jim Cantor is keeping a close eye on this, as well as our severe weather expert Dr. Greg Forbes. You'll get expert analysis only here on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 86 degrees under mostly cloudy skies. Tonight, cloudy intervals, low 76. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Thursday, thunderstorms, high 87. Chance of rain, 80%. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Check it out, everyone. Breaking news. Look at this picture right here. What appears to be a funnel cloud, at the very least, over the Kent State University campus.
And again, you can see it right there in the center of your screen, way off in the background there. And again, I think we have another picture around the Kent State campus as well. There we go, of another possible funnel cloud. Again, a condensation funnel. Not quite sure if it's reaching the ground or not. That would make it a tornado if it does, but still, you can still have those winds on the ground without even seeing it touching the ground. But it's not just here. We also have pictures of damage around Stowe, Ohio.
That's right. You can see right here, we did have reports of a house seeing some damage. I'm not sure exactly what we're looking at there. Looks like
it used to be a trampoline.
Oh, a trampoline.
What's
okay.
left of a trampoline.
So like a patio area right there in the foreground, perhaps. But we did have also have reports of damage to the roof of a house in Stowe, Ohio, as well, where we did have an active tornado warning not too long ago.
Perhaps that's the remnants of what used to be a deck and maybe a trampoline there in someone's backyard. Hey there, thanks for staying with us for Weather Center Live. I'm Paul Goodlow, along with Kelly Cass.
That's right. We want to head back out to the lab now to talk more about this severe weather. Storm tracker Jim Cantor is going to talk about where we could see tornadoes, including this area shaded in red. We have a tornado watch until 9 o'clock Eastern.
Jim? All right, we continue to get tornadoes, actually reported by spotters. The latest one now near the Hiram area. The tornado on the ground near the center of Hiram, as reported by that spotter. And this is the storm, the same storm that just produced a tornado down near Streetsboro, which was observing debris as well of that spotter. So let's talk about this.
And I suspect that the Hiram location was seeing something that's very close to Mantua, because that's right where we're getting the best signature on radar, high definition coming up.
And there's quite a bit of population in Mantua, so that's not good to hear. Let's talk about this storm, Greg, again, looking at street level mapping here. So if this is near the Hiram area, which you can see right in through here, looks like Nelson Ledge Road. You're going to be in this Parkman, anywhere up in this region here. Certainly this hook is traveling your way, probably just to the north of Center Road.
Indeed, and it has a structure to it that I mentioned 10 minutes ago that has a gust front that has come out. And I said that in that kind of a case, you can get tornadoes along that. But sometimes with the leftover circulation, you see how the bands spiral around back toward that. You can get a tornado there. And we go to the high definition, I'll show you that actually the best circulation at the moment on Doppler radar at least is right about there. So that would be coming toward the Hiram area and maybe just to the north of Nelson.
So could they have a spin up on the gust front and then back with the main?
Yeah, there could be. Sometimes in this case you could have both places that could get a spin up. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you, for 30,000 feet, you're sure getting your money's worth out of this thing. Hiram, again, as we talked about, is in this. We just reported the tornado there. So Parkman about 614, Farmington at about 623. Let's take a look at the high resolution radar. And there you can see the actual report right there in Hiram. That's where the storm was reported to produce the tornado.
And earlier we had a report here 4 miles east of Streetsboro. So the whole overall storm is continuing to roll off toward the northeast at about a little over 30 miles per hour. Let me
take a look at some of
this just a little bit here now. Here is that gust front kind of structure wrapping around. Like that, with some of the west winds coming in. The warm inflow air is coming into here, and then some of the storm's own rotation is spiraling winds around like that. So as I was saying, you could get a tornado on the gust front, you could get a tornado back in here, and Doppler velocity says the best rotation is right back in right about there. And we go to the quantify it, ask the radar to quantify that rotation. Well, we just got a new scan in. If I go back 5 minutes from this, you see right here 5 minutes ago a little green. Let's see if I can get this to work there. A little green, so that's the second level of the rotation intensity. And at that time, I'll go back to the way we normally look at this. That was sort of back in that wall cloud area. Correlation
so
coefficient,
interestingly enough,
none yet.
The tornado was in Hiram.
Yeah.
So it was on the front end.
Well, let's see. Either it was in Hiram or they were at Hiram and looking back to the southwest. The total distance. Let me take a look here. The total distance from that is only